So we found Sugarcreek town. Supposed to have some Amish stuff and a bunch of other things. Let's go and check it out.
Sugarcreek is known as the Little Switzerland of Ohio. There you'll find the world's largest cuckoo clock, as well as a unique blend of Swiss and Amish cultures. Hello friends, we're here in East Central Ohio in Carrollton. We stayed at the Carrollton KOA. It's a brand new KOA. We will have a video on that, but we're here over the Labor Day weekend and it was packed. And now you can see we're, I think, the only travelers here. The rest of the RVs that are here are seasonal. So we've got the place all to ourselves.
Absolutely, and we're heading out to go into town today to see what we can find, do a little bit of exploring, and we'll bring you guys what we find. Come on. So we made about a 40-minute trek to Sugarcreek, Ohio. We're gonna go into this Alpine Hills Museum and check it out. Should be fun.
The Ohio Amish website, I'll put the proper name in below, says that this is where you should start your Amish country adventure.
Absolutely, and they have 3 stories of stuff for us to check out. Come on. After you come into the museum here, you can watch a short film. It's about 9 minutes long. Tells you about the area. And then you can come through. They have 3 stories of stuff here. This first thing we're looking at here is an Amish kitchen. 1800s era Amish kitchen. Pretty cool. And they have several different exhibits here like this. They all have the information. You push the button and it comes over the speaker and tells you what you're looking at.
To the right in the kitchen, you'll see some of the traditional Amish dress. The coats and hats, when they come in, they can hang them on the wall. Here you will see the wood burning stove. In the corner, there's the water pump. And then just the rest of the kitchen. The shelf there is where they can hang their, or display their pretty items. And then they have, the clock is a key wound clock. Electricity is prohibited. So here's the lighting by oil lamp. The Amish ladies take pride in their dishes. You can see the table setting here. I guess this is how the Amish stir their Swiss cheese. I wonder how it tastes. It feels kind of like styrofoam. I'd better not taste it. Sugarcreek is known as Little Switzerland of Ohio. The Swiss settlers found that the rolling hills and the climate reminded them of home. You can see here a lot of the Swiss clothing, and this area is popular for making Swiss cheese. And there is a Swiss festival in October.
Here is some of the actual fire equipment they used in the 1890s here in Sugarcreek. They have the ladder cart with all the fire brigade buckets, All the fire brigade buckets are rounded because once you start putting the fire out, they're not supposed to be put down. And you have in the center of the room is the pump. They didn't have fire extinguisher or fire hydrants back then, so they had cisterns spread throughout the town, and it was very important that they kept those cisterns full at all times. They'd take the hose, dip it down into the cistern, and it was manually hand pumped to allow the water to pump through the hoses. In front of that, closer down here where it says water pump, that one is actually came off of a Model T, I believe, fire truck. One of the first fire trucks that they had here. That was in the early 1900s. And then if you look over here to the right, they also have a display of old nozzles and things. Very cool little bit of history here, fire department history. So this was in the 1890s, as I said, and they didn't have a good way of communicating if there were a fire. If you noticed a fire, you either had to run to the train track and hit the whistle. There was whistles that they would blow, quick blasts on the track whistle, or run across the street to the church and use the bell there as notification. Once that happened, every able-bodied man would go to the fire department and haul this equipment out to the location and start working to put the fire out.
Wow, we just went inside Secret Garden here. This place is full of so much stuff. You could spend hours just looking at everything in there. They have all kinds of stuff from fairy gardens, a beautiful Christmas shop, and lots of beautiful quilts.
We're still here in Sugarcreek, Ohio, across the street from the museum. And this is the Lieutenant General Donald L. Putt Memorial. He was a test pilot and a rocket scientist. Also next to the memorial is a wall put together by a local artist of bricks full of different scenes. Let's check them out.
This is the world's largest cuckoo clock. The Alpine restaurant in Wilmot, Ohio had a clockmaker design and build this world's largest cuckoo clock in 1963. It took 12 years and $50,000, and then the enormous outdoor clock was finished, and it was featured on the cover of Guinness Book of World Records in 1978. It was exposed to weather and starting to get run down, and in 2007 they restored it and it was moved eventually here to this site, and the village leaders returned the clock to working condition and placed it on display for all to enjoy.
So after all the fun in town, we decided we were hungry. So we checked out this Dutch Valley restaurant.
When we lived in Georgia, I remember the Mennonite restaurant there in, I think it was Montezuma, that we would always go to on Highway 96. Hopefully we can go back there when we go through Georgia, but I'm hoping this comes close. We'll see.
Me too. I hope they have shoe fly pie.
Woohoo!
Alright guys, the food was pretty good. You saw the buffet line there, and you saw some of the nice quilts and the other stuff on the walls. What do you think?
I think it was good.
It was definitely good. They did not, unfortunately, have shoe fly pie, so we didn't get shoe fly pie this time.
There was no room for dessert anyways.
That's true. With the buffet, you could eat all you want. We got too much salad and ended up not being able to eat most of the hot food, but it was good nonetheless. So if you're ever in the area, definitely come and check out Dutch Valley Restaurant. So who would have thought we would have found the New Camp manufacturing plant where they make all the tabs? Very cool. So if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
Bye.